Let's take a trip all the way to South Africa. Look at this beautiful beach. Can you imagine being on this beach? Do you notice anything strange? Sadly, signs like this were placed on this beach. It says white area, meaning that only people of the skin color of white were allowed on this beach. This was due to something called Apartheid. The definition of it is a policy or system of segregation or discrimination on the grounds of race. This was most prominent in South Africa. Signs like this were even posted places. Native Indians and coloreds. If you enter these premises at night, you will be listed as missing. Armed guards shoot on sight. Savage dogs devour the corpse. You have been warned.
Laws were made to maintain apartheid. These laws included the Population Registration Act, where people had to be registered according to their racial group. Group Areas Act is where people were now physically separated between races. Promotion of Bantu Self-Government Act was similar, but it forced different races to live in different areas. The Separation of Communism Act forced opposing forces to give up and curb their influence.
It was invited to keep and maintain control both economically and socially. The men that you see in the picture were all a part of the National Party. Racial discrimination was institutionalized. Being white meant you got decent health care, you could send your kids to school, go to the store, and live wherever you wanted.
Sometimes they develop very strange ways to determine a person's skin color. If a pencil slid through your hair, then you were considered to be white. But if it stayed in your hair, it must have been a kicking black stock. Things had gotten so intense that they would not even let little girls go to the bathroom at the gas station. So their mom ordered them to pull down their pants and use it in front of the fuel pumps.
Do you know this man? His name is Nelson Mandela, and he fought back against this horrible act of segregation. He went to jail fighting for peace in South Africa. The apartheid system was ended through an abundant amount of negotiation from 1990 to 1993 between mainly the National Party and African National Congress.
This can all be related back to Phyllis Chow through the social aspects of apartheid. The whites often got more benefits or the better side of life. This is displayed through the Van Rowan family, for example, on page 93 when Benjamin Comonti, the hand child of a black woman, was unrightfully handed over to a white family who was told to pick him. It was unheard of for a black woman to take care of a white child. However, if the roles were reversed, it would be acceptable. Racism was shown due to the fact that the blacks had to recognize the whites as higher statuses than them, such as your merciful Lord. This was shown on page 93 as well. Apparently, there was a thing such as white and black dialect. On page 94, the Messiah Grade states, "I never want to hear you use the word master again. You are a white child, and you will learn to speak like a white child." This definitely was a part of apartheid because English is English. There is no such language as colored or white. Blacks and whites are separated in land, as the white families typically stayed in the forest, which were Dutch, and the African families, which were black, typically stayed in the village, which is the long Kloof.